thought he was wide open. Smith, catch and shoot, three. Wow.
The net didn't even move.
It did not move. That was pure. Good game. Really good game. Man.
Now Fury versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
I must protect the wild.
The rest of this bracket on this side already figured out where they're at, what the next matchups are going to be, but still much to be decided in the final 4 minutes of this contest. St. Mary's sitting out in Moraga right now, probably at the Lafayette Park Hotel. Randy Bennett's having a nice dinner, watching this game, thinking and taking notes and stuff.
Very close.
Weaknesses are.
What was that Fleming said? Man makes the free throw.
Randy said that for more than just right now. He's been saying that for 5 years.
Man's got 20. Maiden has 31.
Elohim, guide my eyes.
It's the most any Georgia players ever scored in the NIT.
The season high for any player this year for Georgia, 5 points. That was 20 games against Murray State.
They like scoring against UBC. Austin Luke with the ball. Under 4 to go on a double team. Into the corner, Luke. Good defense, Georgia. That's a contested three, and it goes for Barnett. They make shots.
Every time this crowd is ready to continue the energy and the explosion of what we've seen from Georgia in the recent couple minutes, there's a big shot that quiets them down.
It's a game where they've struggled from the outside. They've made 12 threes anyway. That's an offensive foul and a turnover.
It is a one-possession game after the offensive foul. This was not an offensive foul. This was a dunk, and a good one at that.
St. Bonaventure trailed by 16 in the second half. Denzel Greg delayed, and we have a 2-point game, Tim.
Watch out, Jalen Adams. He can take a game over by himself.
He's coming back. We'll get you a recap of that one as soon as it ends. Another 1 seed.
In the light.
Second half, Virginia Tech also being victorious as they approach half.
For a moon.
Take over
one rebound shy of a double-double.
Bradshaw trying to sell that one.
Face smile.
Yeah, got up with a smile on his face. Can't get fined in college. Man, another three try. Edwards brought the ball down after getting that offensive rebound. Now Georgia with the possession here will keep it. It's kind of what we've seen from this freshman all game long. You like the effort, you like the athleticism. There's always a
But the product isn't finished yet, and that's where he's got to mature, he's got to grow, he's got to understand offensive rebound. You bring the ball down from you. Should have been able to go back up with it more immediately, just reverse pivot and hit a guard on the outside.
Mark Fox calls a timeout. And maybe we'll draw up a play for number one. Hey guys, I got an idea.
Yeah, if I'm Mark Fox, they say, okay, number one's going to shoot the ball. You want to know why number one should shoot the ball? Because this is what he's done all night long. It's just the complete repertoire. Catching the ball with his back to the basket. The mid-range.
Where shall I
shot? Career high from made three-pointers in a single game. Then off the bounce, utilizing the rim. And then if you don't stop the ball, you better watch out because it's going to put it right on your head. Next possession, pin and seal. And one opportunity. On 16 shots. I'm telling you right now, going into next year, as far as returning players in the SEC, he would be my pick for preseason SEC Player of the Year.
That's a very dangerous inbound pass. Making a good catch. Getting the ball inbounds has not always been easy. 2.5 to go. One possession game in the first round of the 18. Very entertaining game. Deontay Bates been the star again.
They just isolated, clear him out. Excellent. Getting his player the ball where he can execute and have freedom to move.
And then a good pass down the court. That was nicely done by Belmont. Agakeze draws the foul. Foul on Maiden State, out of foul trouble. All that good play. That's only his second personal.
Great plays for Belmont in this contest. 15 of 17 from the stripe on the game. So that missed.
Every point valuable at this. High school. He's being recruited by some big programs, including Vanderbilt. Kind of got lost in the shuffle, but they think just a sophomore, he has a chance to have a really good Belmont career. He made one or two. 4-point lead.
If I'm Georgia, I go right back to Deontay Bates again.
Catches in that elbow area. Sets a screen. Man fumbled it, saved it.
Truth is my shield.
Alone guide my lance.
Under 10. Frazier knows it. Frazier, long three. Good!
It gets under 2 minutes on the clock to end the game, and JJ Frazier gets up. Mark just shakes his head and smiles. Because he's seen it so frequently during the course of the season.
Belmont can't be too deliberate here. We're under a minute and a half to go. They're down 7. Bradshaw finally from way outside. Double-double. There's the double-double for you. 10 to go along with 33 points.
Now you got to think about fouling.
I think you got to. Frazier's just playing keep away. Belmont got a foul. Now they do. Well, that's precious time off the clock. And Rick
I think that late in the shot clock, you probably shouldn't have fouled. You fouled early, but when it gets to under 13 seconds on the shot clock, you just defend and let it play out. If you go through to get the 13 seconds with 17 seconds of the shot clock, and there is no foul. At that point in time, you just try to get the stop.
Yep. You had to get the foul way before then or just let him play.
Correct. And certainly you don't want to foul J.J. Frazier.
Unleash the beast.
Made a
Job done.
Tried another backdoor play. Bradshaw just dribbled while he was sliding on his knees. Another foul on Frazier. I don't know if that'll do it, but close. Georgia looks like they'll be getting on the plane this weekend to head out and take on St. Mary's.
And I think for Georgia, it's going to be it's very similar to Belmont in the ability to stretch the floor, be able to knock down shots.
Does not scare me.
There's a team most similar to Belmont in all of college basketball, it's probably St. Mary's. So Georgia, this was good practice.
Good practice and good efficiency, and I think Yante Mayton, his size and strength will cause problems for the Gales as well. Now the difference is obviously playing at home versus playing on the road, being able to replicate one performance and carry it over to the next.
Into the corner, nifty little drawn-up play for three from Nick Smith. That was beautiful.
It was the old counter action. It was like the old wheel route from a running back sneaking out of the backfield.
That's really what it was.
You do a bootleg one way, and all of a sudden you throw that wheel route pass over the top and get a wide open shooter. And nice job by Belmont to execute and then quickly call the timeout.
Now 44 seconds to go. 87-79 following us, and not too far away. Georgia Tech and Houston. ESPN2 right here.
Time waits for no one.
We're getting the helicopter flying right there. We'll do that one as well. No?
That would be, that might be an expensive gimmick. That could be interesting.
But the winner of that contest goes against South Carolina. South Carolina, great season for Frank Martin. And Houston really, I think, taking a lot of steps forward. Especially the non-conference team at home against LSU. Fought hard throughout conference play. Brian Gregory and Georgia Tech. Ever tough ACC. It's tough to find wins.
Gets that pressure, Gaines gets it in, and now almost has it stolen from by Bradshaw. Played really hard in what looks like would be the final game of his Belmont career. He's had a great career. A lot coming back for Belmont. Basically, he's the only top contributor who will graduate and leave this program. He'll go down in their history.
I think one of those players, too, that meant so much as far as play with fire. That he played with the passion that he will leave to his teammates.
Yep.
And you mentioned his young group. They come back in. Once again, you're looking at them as a favorite in the OVC. And a trip to the NCAA tournament next year, I think, almost.
I must safeguard the land.
Another free throw.
Great night for the senior, 22 points. Now up to 23. With 33 to the
Luke for three. Timeout Belmont. Not over yet. We've seen crazier things. 7-point lead. 26 seconds left.
Now they're going to need a turnover out of bounds, with the ball being out of bounds, and try to hit another quick three-pointer. I think that's their best bet. Otherwise, if you're fouling, you're going down the opposite end of the court. It just takes that much longer for the ball even to be brought up.
Well, I want to go back to a point you made a while ago. Georgia, you see that SEC record, 10 wins in league. This will be their 20th, assuming they finish this out. It's only happened one time before. They've been playing hoops here in Athens for over 100 years. Only one other time they had 3 straight 20-win seasons. They've had their best 4-year stretch in conference play.
Time waits for no one.
History. It's almost 20 wins. Is it a landmark? I don't know. But for this program with their history, it's been a good run to Mark Fox.
A consistent program. And you look at the pieces. You look at Colton Turtle Jackson, top 100 perimeter scorers coming in next year's recruiting class. Year after year, this program has been trending in the right direction. And, the crazy thing about it, and this is something that has to be figured out, is the last 3 years.
How many fingers do you see?
They've had over 10 wins in conference play. 3 years ago, they had 12. they missed the NCAA tournament. Last year they had 12, they made it. This year they had 10, got to the semifinals of the conference tournament, didn't make it.
Just so fast. Yeah, I mean, that's 3 years where they had an argument each year. They didn't want it.
But to his credit, look at how focused Georgia's been in this game tonight. I mean, both these teams, the reason why we have the game that we have, and it's high scoring, 89-82, and it's fun to watch. And Deontay, the commitment of both of these teams, the buy-in to wanting to extend out the season, playing for the opportunity as we hit in the open, playing for the opportunity for Belmont to take on a team from the SEC. They rarely get this opportunity. Now, they fought, they scratched, and they played hard, but Georgia seems like a team that was really focused today.
I must safeguard the land.
And more importantly, make the trip out west to Moraga.
That hadn't happened since the opener this year for Georgia.
Where shall I strike?
Taking their free throws, too, just to take away any last hope for Belmont. Nice look and a block shot, no, a foul. Brad's to the free throw line. I mean, not what Georgia wanted.
Wins already this season.
I wait for no one.
We're 16 seconds away from their season ending. Expectations will be high once again. As we chronicled Coach Bird and how much he's meant to college basketball. This team is going to be ready to go in this offseason, and they're going to get better, and that could spell trouble for the OVC next year.
639 wins at Belmont alone. 30 years at Belmont for Coach Bird. Better than 700 wins in his head coaching career. Been a tough game for Evan Brad's going up against the big physical front line of Georgia. He's got 12, almost all. He's only made 2 shots from the field. Fouling unit comes on the floor, set up the pressure, and get the foul on right away with 1 second ticking off the clock. The scoring unit will get back up off the bench and head to the scores table for Belmont.
J.J. Frazier missed a little bit right there and limped to this end of the floor. And as we mentioned, that left foot banged up, turned the ankle in the semifinals of the SEC. The last thing that Mark Fox wants to see in the final 15 seconds of this contest is J.J. Frazier in any kind of discomfort.
Here come the scorers back in. Yeah, against St. Mary's, assuming they finish this game off. They'll need him. Hale's very talented in the backcourt.
This is no place for mortals! Feel nature's wrath.
Both free throws good. Our Georgia fans give their well wishes.
I wait for no one. This is no place for mortals!
Dominates down low. The perimeter players focus, knock down shots in particular in the first half. Charles, man, really good from the outside. That should be a really fun matchup versus St. Mary's in the second round of the NIT.
So Maiden with a career-high
Engaging
33
TC-130, mental dislocation.
Words of praise from Rick Bird, who knows good basketball when he sees it. 93-84. Georgia wins for Sean Farnham. Dave Fleming saying so long from Athens.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Elsewhere in the state of Georgia, over in Atlanta, Georgia Tech getting set to host Houston. Marcus Georgia's on. Second team all ACC, Tim.
Absolutely, and you know the thing about Marcus Joseph, after transition, Charles Mitchell, really tough inside.
Less than 4 minutes from tip-off, we will take you to Atlanta momentarily. Meanwhile, the #1 overall seed in the NIT, St. Bonaventure. Wagner's Ramon Saunders, the 3. They led by 14 at the break. by as many as 16. Juan Anderson.
Saunders really got out. I should say Bonnie's no energy on the defensive end of the floor.
Perhaps a little flat having their bubble popped for the NCAA tournament, but Jalen Adams leading the comeback.
Jalen Adams is just an impossible guy to defend off the bounce or from downtown.
He was first team All-Atlantic 10. The Bonnies won the Atlantic 10 in the regular season. Another 3 for Adams, a 2-point game. However, Saunders for the Seahawks delivers.
I didn't see this coming. Bonnie's had some huge leads, but as you said, felt the sting.
You've coached and you know it's a crap show.
Absolutely. I think the first time you get over the hump game is so important. Then you start thinking about getting to New York.
My mouth is very
Fox Sports says Wagner has upset the Bonnies, but they may put 0.2 seconds left on that. Let's check out the quadrant for St. Bonaventure, the 1 seed. Now BYU looking pretty good in the bottom half.
BYU now in Virginia Tech, Princeton, also in a good dogfight. Creighton looked impressive last night over Alabama.
And it looks like the Blue Jays will get another home game as they face likely Wagner. Meanwhile, Monmouth, another 1 seed that thought they might go to the big dance instead in the NIT. Colin Stewart up ahead for the Jam.
Colin Stewart is a valuable person off the bench. Known as a three-point shooter, has good athleticism, but Justin Robinson got his game going.
This one's another matchup of teams that won their conference in the regular season. There's Robinson, right on cue. Conference Player of the Year. And how about another 3? And Monmouth led by 6 at the break as Robinson beat the buzzer. You see the bench. That's been the signature for the Hawks all season. All right, coming up in about 30 seconds from now, Houston, Georgia Tech. What are you looking for here?
Well, Damian Dotson, Devontae Pollard, Rock Gray, those are the big 3 for Kelvin Sampson. He goes 9 or 10 deep. They're very athletic. They get out of transition. They shoot. Green light on the offense. Georgia Tech's very sound defensively. I look for
Tank is too full.
top 2s today. Houston, though, is dangerous.
It's a doubleheader from Georgia right here on ESPN2 in the NIT. Houston and Georgia Tech right now.
Tonight from the Camish Pavilion in Atlanta, Georgia, first round NIT action. 5-seed Houston against 4-seed Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Brian Gregory. He's standing by with our Corey Alexander.
Coach Gregory, your team started off ACC play at 3-9, but then you've won 6 of your last 8 games to get here to the NIT. What does this mean to you and your program?
Well, it was a great accomplishment.
Is there
for our guys
trouble?
to battle back. Played well, defended well, shared the ball. Great for our seniors to do some things that haven't been done here in a while, and now a great opportunity to continue to play.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
So Brian Gregory and the Jackets turned it around within the season. Kelvin Sampson turned it around this season. Just 13 wins in his first
Time
year.
waits for no one.
This year, top 10 turnaround in college basketball. 22-9. They were the 2 seed in the American Conference tournament. An upset loss to Tulane in their first game. And so they're looking for a bounce-back performance tonight. Tom Alexander, glad you're with us this evening. The winner of this one draws South Carolina.
For the wild.
Controls the tip.
Natural.
Sharing it back with Natalie Smith. Different Georgia Tech team with Georgia's Hunt.
Hand is too full.
He finds Charles Mitchell, little leaner's too strong. And Houston, a team that wants to go up-tempo, is being led by a freshman point guard, Galen Robinson Jr. Wins on the season for this Houston team. Big wins against UConn and SMU. Pollard took a bump, no whistle, and the rebound ripped down by Nick Jacobs in Atlanta.
Pollard is unable to finish. Look for that to be the matchup that Kelvin Sampson tries to exploit. Because it's Pollard, especially when he catches the basketball at the free throw line extended.
Georgia's Hunt trying to get his
Does not scare me.
Touchdown low for Jacobs. A little shake move. And he lets it short, but got the rebound. He puts it back underneath.
And Brian Gregory talked to us about how Houston would guard their post players. When you struggle, Nick Jacobs, he normally has a field.
And that's
what Houston does. A drive by Damian Dotson, and he'll go to the free line. It'll foul on Marcus George's first. Dotson, the only player to start all 32 games so far this year for Houston. Is their second leading scorer, but he's the guy that they depend on to give them offense on a consistent basis.
Damian Dotson, transfer from Oregon, played 2 years for Dana Altman, and he makes it a three-point play.
You see, Houston wants to pick up the pace a little bit. They're going to try to put some pressure on Georges Hunt, who's not a true point guard. So they're going to try to make him work as hard as he possibly can for everything that he gets here tonight.
He may not be a true point guard, but he's made this team better at the point. And he banks this one in. How is he trying to line this up point protect?
Because he's so difficult to keep out of the paint, as you just saw right there. And if you put a smaller point guard on him, he's going to overpower him. Most teams will put their small forward to guard him, but when he does that, they don't have a chance of guarding him on the perimeter.
Devontae Pollard can't hit his first attempt.
Time waits for no one.
Down the rebound. Here's Georges Hunt.
For the wild.
Make plays for himself, but also to make plays for others as he did here.
Houston trying to get an early look at the shot clock.
Slasher. He's not a guy that's going to take a bunch of jump shots, although he can shoot the three. But Georgia Tech plays two post players, and it makes it difficult to guard a guy like Pollard, who's considered more of a stretch four, especially when he can put the ball on the floor on the perimeter.
Double on Georges Hunt. And the clock will hit single digits on the shot clock for Georgia Tech.
I enjoy raiding.
A teammate. Here's Jacobs now. Had a bump and lost it. Galen Robinson Jr. will push.
And a great decision by Robinson, recognizing that he was not that number. No better possession for his team.
Turns into a long two. That's good. Beautiful stroke.
But you see the maturation of the freshman point guard, recognizing when he has numbers and he doesn't.
Death
but
does not spare me.
Trying to attack the paint and finding his scores on the perimeter. Great play by the freshman.
Right about Houston's pace tonight. Kelvin Sampson. Mitchell can't finish. Jacobs all over the glass. Responding by Houston. He said, we want to get the best look we can in the first 10 seconds of the starting shot clock. Similar to what we do in the NBA in the first 8 seconds. And Houston turnover there. Here's what's awaiting the winner. Last night, Frank Martin's Gamecocks, despite a hand raise, it was a thriller out west. Washington outlasted Long Beach State.
Both those teams going over 100 points last night. That's my time.
For the wild.
And let it fly. Don't let the defense go. No, not interested in defense.
Ben Lammers enters the game for Georgia Tech. Another post player off the bench. Smith cleaning those in. Georgia Tech back in front.
But you see Kelvin Sampson recognizing that Adam Smith is a dynamite three-point shooter. They can have to put the ball on the floor and make plays. Not going to give him easy looks from three.
Here's Dotson off the curl. And Houston red hot to start this game. They've made 5 of their last 5.
And Houston coming on the road. This is a team that won road games in conference play in Conference USA, so they're not scared of coming out.
This is no place for mortals.
Robinson lost his footing. Ended up with a slide tackle on Georges Hunt. Tough luck foul on Robinson. Marcus Georges Hunt the leader.
And sometimes you have to tackle him because when you don't, this is what he does, attacking the rim. But his team right now trails by 1.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of the NIT is brought to you by Applebee's Super 20 menu. And Subaru. Love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Leave this place.
How many fingers do you see?
much depends this time of the season, especially this tournament, who wants to be here, who wants to play. And both of these teams have a senior leader that they can follow for the postseason.
And I talked to Martin Jordan you had the hangover of not playing in the NCAA.
I've got the beast in my
He looked at me as if I was crazy. I'm extremely excited to be here, and I want to keep playing and want to keep winning. And that's the approach that he and his teammates, Charles Mitchell, Nick Jacobs, and James White, all the seniors are taking. And on the other side, Devontae Pollard, who has continued to get better as the season has gone on, is taking the same approach to their college basketball.
As a freshman in Virginia, you played in this tournament, and I know a couple of seniors are great examples for you to follow all the way to the NIT title.
Brian Stiff, who may be the best player that ever played outside of Barad Sampson, was a senior that year. And Tom, to be honest, I didn't want to play in the NIT. I was disappointed about not playing in the NCAA tournament. But it was important to Stiff and Anthony Oliver, and it kind of got contagious for the rest of us. And we went on and won it in Madison Square Garden, and one of the best memories I have as a college player.
Georgia's Hunt with his first 3 of the night. Georgia Tech had a nice little run at the ACC tournament last week. Washington, D.C. had a come-from-behind win against Clemson, and then played Virginia tough for a half before the Cavaliers ended up blowing out in the second half. Robinson off the mark. Meanwhile, a very disappointing loss for Houston. Not only to lose the game to Tulane, but also what it represented.
For the Wild.
They thought it just a couple wins. Possible they could be the NCAA tournament. We find Ravens cutting, but it's already for Houston.
And that's a great defensive rotation by Houston. But you see, they want to push the ball.
Still cards.
Already early in the game.
That was a long 2 for Damian Dotson, the Oregon transfer. Tied at 11. You can see what Kelvin Sampson wants to do pace-wise with that early look. Georgia's Hunt, hand pounded by Galen Robinson, just a freshman.
You see, with a point guard guarding Georgia's Hunt, there's going to be many opportunities as James White picks up the offensive board. And they have to become a switch. But that means a point guard having to check out James White, and that's not going to be successful for Houston.
Freshman on this Houston team, just 13 for this program. Beautiful look inside to Meyer and a fist pump off the feed for Pollard, and that senior leadership evident already for Houston.
You see Houston, who leads the American Athletic Conference in scoring. They are bringing a lot of what he learned in the NBA as far as his spacing to help his team be better on the offensive end.
Then Landers drops it for Smith and a hip shot. Georgia's Hunt hits another 3. 8 early for the senior from College Park, Georgia.
That's really what he's grown as a player. Adding that three-pointer into his game more so this year than he has in the past has made him virtually unguardable. This is a guy you're talking about.
All the while.
And he's shaking his head, playing with confidence now. A half dozen for the Alabama transfer. Before that possession, Kelvin Sampson hollered at his guys. He wanted Gray to speed him up, get this offense going a little bit. Gray's ready to check in next head ball for Houston.
You see that a great job by Houston getting up into Adam Smith. He comes off the three. And Houston doesn't have any room to
For the Wild.
And there was never a second thought in Dotson's mind.
Well
He
played.
knew that was going up. He's already made a couple field goals.